Happy Friday, FHS community. Just following up on my second weekly update regarding all things FHS. We've had a successful week here planning, brainstorming, working diligently to come up with a return to school plan. We've been working at the building level and at the district level and with faculty and with parents and students, trying to get feedback and understand what best next steps can we take to return to some form of normalcy, which I know deep down we all really want. As I said, I was going to be receiving some questions. I'd like to take a chance to answer a few of those and allow for a reminder that this kind of comment concern section will be continued to be open, so please don't hesitate to click on the link below and ask me something or share a concern, because that's how we're going to find a solution to this. A safe return will be when all of our kind of areas of concern and questions are addressed. So please participate in sharing with me thoughts that you have. So looking at the document, we had 5 or 6 questions submitted, and the first one is, in terms of what courses will be offered next year. This, I'm imagining, is from a student wanting to know whether or not our schedule will be totally different or not. And as of right now, we're really working hard on preserving the schedule that we took months to create. We know that at the high school level, we have a varied number of interests and levels within interests. And that's what makes this such a great environment. We meet almost everyone's needs and most of their wants. And so because of that, we're going to work really hard to protect the schedule that we created. In fact, with the adjustments we made with the budget, there was a very small percentage of the 1,750 students scheduled that were impacted. So we're not quite finished with being done with the schedules, but once we are, we'll be sharing those out as soon as possible. So thanks for your patience, but understand that that was one of our priorities, was to keep the schedules the same as what you signed up for back in the spring of 2020. Let's take a look at another question. If we come into school, will we have to wear masks? And as of right now, it's the standard of Franklin High School that all students and staff will be wearing masks while they're in the building. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, you're in the building and you're not wearing a mask. Why is that? And the answer to that question is, if you are alone in a large enough space, you can have a mask break, which will be a big part of our return to school procedures. We'll be creating spaces inside and outside that will give people an opportunity to take their mask off and catch their breath. Because for those of you who have experienced wearing a mask for an extended period of time, it isn't very comfortable. And that's a real priority of ours, is to make sure people are comfortable and understand where it is they can get breaks. So we're looking into investing in tents, to have those in different parts of the outside part of the building, whether it be in the courtyard or outside of some of our doors, and there'll be ample opportunity for students to visit those spots and take their masks off. Staff as well. While we're on it, I know Massachusetts has made a concerted effort to kind of remind us all how important it is to wear masks. And I think there's a hashtag, mask up or something along those lines. And I think it's important that we hear that. And although we're in many instances getting tired of the social distancing, we really want to be together. That's the human nature. We're a tribal group that enjoys the camaraderie of large kind of gatherings, but we really need to be smart about it, and so continue to wear your mask. Thank you. Let's see, what's another question we have from last week? Will we still have online learning? So there are a number of options that are on the table right now in terms of how are we going back, but one option that will be available for everyone, no matter what, is an online learning component. Who will be instructing that and how will that be organized? We're still working out those details. But if you aren't comfortable coming back to school, school will have an online opportunity for you. And we know how important it is for the curriculum and skills that are taught and learned at a high school to continue to occur. And so we're going to provide that opportunity for you. So great question. And yes, online learning will be an option regardless of what form we come back in. Well, this was nice. Someone just said, no question, just thank you for starting the communication. I'm hoping to continue this mode of communication for the foreseeable future. I also really enjoyed the Google Meets that I've had with parents and students and staff. And I think, at least with the parent group, I'd like to continue that on a monthly or twice a month rotation as the years go on, because I feel like it's a nice way for us to stay connected. I think oftentimes in an elementary school setting where parents are invited in on a more regular basis, they really feel like they understand the culture and the going-ons of an elementary school. And sometimes when they get a bit older and the kids aren't having room moms, so to speak, they'll not feel quite as connected. And I feel like these Google Meets have offered that opportunity for connection. It's been well received, and so I'm thinking it's a pretty good idea to keep it going. Along those same lines, I just want to do one highlight of the week, and I'll try to incorporate that as well as we continue on. There was a graduate of Franklin High, 2020 graduate, Jackie Forcina, who visited the school this week to finish a mural, and I'll share the picture of the mural here in the video in a second. But what an outstanding artist and human being. I had a chance to chat with her for a few minutes and learn about her goals moving forward in her studies in Boston at Tufts University and within the world of art. And the image that she created, the mural she created, is just beautiful. It speaks to the togetherness that exists within the high school, Franklin High School, and it's just an amazing accomplishment for a student to add that type of feeling in the main foyer. And so we're excited for Jackie's work. We're honored to have it as a part of the Franklin High School culture, and I think it's a great way to send us into the weekend, reminding of the talents that we have here in Franklin. And so once again, I'll remind you to submit any questions or comments below. And thanks. Have a safe and peaceful weekend, everyone. See you next week. Bye-bye.